Hi, my name is Miss Toria. If you haven't seen me, I've been in Miss Broutley's math classroom, and today I'm going to be talking about 3D printing and how it relates to math. So I wanted to show you a few things that we've 3D printed here in the Ferris lab. This is an octopus. It's got totally mobile legs. This is all 3D printed as one piece. We've also 3D printed things like a Triceratops skull, little D&D figures. Every 3D print starts with an idea. So this was an idea I had. It's a cookie cutter. It's the Cookie Cat from Steven Universe. I created it using some software, and then I 3D printed it. I also started off with this idea of a cat toy. It's got a little ball in it, so it makes a little noise when you hit it around, and my cats love it. Other things you can do, you can sand down your 3D printers and then paint them. So someone has painted this lovely mannequin. And this is a half-printed bulldog. As you can see, the inside has this grid-like pattern. The inside of all the 3D prints are full of something we call infill. That way we're not using lots of plastic. It's a way to save money on plastic. So that's just another example. Next, I'm going to show you our different 3D printers. So we have a few different kinds of 3D printers. This is a Prusa, and its head moves around and the base plate moves around as it prints. Each of these printers is using PLA. It's a type of plastic. These are called Ultimakers. And this one, the print head just moves around as it prints. This is someone's project. And then we have something fancy. This is a resin printer. And instead of printing from the surface up, it actually prints from this surface down. It's pretty cool. It usually comes out pretty accurate, and it uses a laser and a mirror to print the object. So how does a 3D printer work? Well, the bed plate heats up and the nozzle heats up. Then we have this plastic back here that's on a spool that gets fed through the feeder all the way up into the nozzle. And when that's really hot, the plastic can come out almost like a hot glue gun. So here our 3D printer is heated up, the bed plate's hot and the nozzle's hot. So it's going to start extruding a little blob of plastic. We're using white plastic right now. So the 3D printer has now printed an outline of our square. The outline of a square is what we call the perimeter. And for a perimeter, that is the total of all the sides added together. And since this is a square, each side can be represented by S. So we get S plus S plus S plus S. Or in other words, our perimeter is 4S. And then it goes in and it fills in the area. An area of a square we know is a side length times the other side length. So in our case of our square, it is S times S, or S squared. You can see it's a little bit taller than it was before. Now we're going to move into a bit of a time lapse so you can kind of see what it looks like as it continues to print. eventually get something that kind of looks like this. So here was my idea, was a dice, printed layer by layer, right? We printed one area, then we added the same area on top and top and top and top and top, all the way up until we got this. Now we have an object that has volume. Volume has 3 different dimensions, areas 2, length and width. This one we have a length and width, and we also added a height here. So that's just a little introduction to 3D printing and a little review of area.